digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC at 11.
Good evening, I'm Wendy Wright. The winds in and around Rochester are still causing problems tonight. Blowing and drifting snow are making for difficult travel conditions, and in the morning, brace for a cold ride to work. We'll have more on the weather coming up with Josh Nichols, but also the icy Josh Nichols is joining us now. Josh has been watching the situation very closely, and he is live with us in the weather lab now. Josh, you're busy over there.
Yeah, it's been a busy night, Wendy, no question about it, and we still have some snow to contend with, a little bit of upper level instability causing some lake snow right along the immediate lakeshore. Let's look at that right now and show you over the past 3 hours that snow continues basically from Sodus points east into Red Creek, also down through portions of Wyoming County, still seeing some light snow. The big story really is that this snow is going to be blowing and drifting about. We also have some significant wind chills to deal with down close to zero and below. So the morning commute, you want to keep that in mind, the blowing and the drifting, and bundle up in many, many layers. And will we see any relief in sight? Well, there's more snow in the forecast, unfortunately, coming up for later tomorrow. I'll let you know more about that in just a little bit. Wendy?
All right, thanks, Josh. And the icy weather shut down the Buffalo airport for hours today. At least one flight was canceled and another delayed here in Rochester. And the real problem here was on the roads. State police say there were more than 50 accidents in the Rochester area by mid-afternoon. That includes this RG&E truck coming up, and it skidded on ice and flipped over in Chili. Rural Metro Ambulance says it's been a busy day for local EMTs. And officials tell us they called in extra crews to handle the high volume of calls that came in today.
We've done an extraordinary amount of calls, not just of accidents, because basically 390, 490 turned into a big ice skating rink today. People, no matter if two wheels or four-wheel drive, you weren't able to stop. Everything was way too slippery, and that caused for multiple car pileups.
Rural Metro says luckily they did not see any serious injuries today in Monroe County. There's a big effort to prevent lead poisoning in Rochester children, and the plan is being pushed by a city councilman. Tim Main says the problem of lead in city rental properties is urgent, but his ideas are receiving some opposition. Kristen Salome has been digging for answers, and she joins us live in the newsroom with the story. Kristen, why the controversy?
Well, Wendy, when you get right down to it, the controversy centers around the cost to the city and to landlords. With an estimated 2,000 kids poisoned by lead in Rochester each year, no one is debating that this is a serious problem.
Before any apartment is rented to a tenant receiving public assistance, the city does an inspection. City Councilman Tim Mains wants to add an inexpensive lead test to the process.
We know that a large percentage of the children who test positive for lead live in families on public assistance. So there's a logic here to helping a large number of the kids who are exposed annually.
If you do the swipe testing, this is probably what they're talking about. You just run.
Landlords like Ahmed Mustafa wouldn't have to pay the $25 or so for the test. Mains wants to pass the cost on to the county, which pays for the inspections and just received a $2 million grant for lead abatement programs. But Mustafa says the test Mains is talking about is unreliable.
If the swipe test comes back positive, you do a second, more expensive test. Who pays for that test? Then once you find lead, who mitigates it?
He says many landlords already refuse to rent to tenants on public assistance.
Now you're adding one more hurdle for a landlord, one more disincentive for a landlord to rent a DSS tenant.
Lead chips and dust can cause neurological and developmental problems when swallowed by children. Mains says it's the cost of doing nothing that's too great.
Overwhelmingly, we identify the problem housing only when the child tests positive for lead. And that's like using our children as litmus paper to determine where the bad housing is. And I just think that that's bad public policy.
Now, Mains also faces opposition within the city administration. The city attorney says that making the lead test a part of the inspection process would open the city to large liability issues. Reporting live in the newsroom, Kristen Salome, News 10 NBC.
The trial of a Romulus man accused of killing his family starts tomorrow. Eric Parsons is accused of setting the fire that killed his wife and 4 children in the fall of 2001. Parsons is charged with arson and second-degree murder. He pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty in this case. If convicted, Parsons could face 25 years to life in prison. And the rape trial of James Comfort is also scheduled to begin tomorrow. Comfort is accused of raping 14 girls and women in Monroe County. He's also accused of a rape in Syracuse. His attorney wants the trial moved to Buffalo. The Court of Appeals is expected to make a decision on that motion this week during jury selection. Another body is found in the rubble of a Rhode Island nightclub that went up in flames Thursday night, bringing the death toll now to 97. Andrew Pergam has the very latest tonight from West Warwick.
Victims' families were bussed in to tour the fractured remains of the station, politicians and media giving them their space.
This is a time for the families on their own.
As loved ones took their first glimpse of the scene, some began crafting a memorial. The fog remains heavy over this tight-knit community, from the disastrous scene to the crowded pews of nearby churches.
Why did this tragedy occur?
Family members also spent the day coping. This Boston father's reviewed the now famous videotape and believes his son was in the second row.
The reality of what has happened has not really set in yet. It really hasn't.
A new tape has emerged as well, showing a KISS cover band's performance at the club earlier this year. That involved pyrotechnics too. Meanwhile, the finger-pointing continues. A lawyer for the band Great White claims club owners knew about and approved the use of the pyrotechnics.
The band absolutely unequivocally had permission by the owners of the club to use special effects in this show.
That's a claim the club owner vehemently denies.
No permission was ever requested by the band or any of its agents to use pyrotechnics at the station, and no permission was ever given.
By early evening Sunday, fewer than half of the dead had been identified. In Cranston, Rhode Island, I'm Andrew Pergam, NBC News.
Now bringing you Western New York's most advanced forecasting technology. Here's meteorologist Josh Nichols in the 10 NBC Weather Lab.
Well, what a busy weekend it's been for sure. We've had everything from rain to thunderstorms to freezing rain to snow, heavy blowing snow, drifting snow. Not only that, freezing lake spray coating all the north-facing windows right along the lakeshore, causing quite an interesting sight there. All the north-facing trees as well, caked in ice tonight. 16 degrees is the temperature right now. Let's inspect live the 10 NBC Weather Lab Triple Doppler and show you that we still have some lingering snow. This up here is Lake Turbulence, but right along the Monroe County shore, in places like Arundecoit, over the Bay Bridge into Webster, there is just a little bit of snow left over. There's also just a touch of light snow out towards Niagara and Albion and Batavia tonight, but it's just mainly some flurries that we'll be contending with for the rest of the night. Really, the big story is the blowing and drifting. Let's look at some of these storm impacts here for you and talk about how this storm actually developed. If we go to the graphic, you'll be able to see that we had about 1/4 of an inch of glazing in many locations. In fact, 1/10 to 1/8 of an inch reported widespread across much of Monroe County. Ground blizzards, of course, the big story as well. And not only that, we have more Arctic air coming our way. Another impact from the storm to deal with. These were the total snowfall numbers that were reported to us from our weather watchers. About 2 inches in Phelps, 4 inches in Red Creek, 4 inches in Ontario. And you can see there's more snow on the way. Storm organizing, gathering moisture right now in Springfield, Missouri. This storm is making a beeline off to the northeast, and it will be here come later tomorrow afternoon into Tuesday morning. There are the weather facts for today. The high temperature 33, the low 19 earlier this afternoon, but that has now been erased by the current temperature of 17. We have scattered clouds at the airport, the breeze westerly at 16 miles per hour, the air drying out, so we actually have some starlight out there, which is a nice sight to see. Weather watcher numbers tonight, 19 according to Russell and Phelps, 15 from Gary down in Penyan, and about 17 according to Nancy Nealon in Greece. Look at all the Arctic air pooled up in Winnipeg. It's going to make its charge south and east, and in conjunction with the storm system, we'll create yet a little bit more snow coming up for Monday afternoon, and then behind the system, we actually get a little bit of lake effect. So graphically portrayed, there's our storm system of this weekend exiting out into the Maritimes. Here comes the next one. We'll see the clouds increasing tomorrow morning, the snow developing tomorrow afternoon, and once that races northeast where we get onto that cold flow around high pressure, which will be building in from the Great Lakes on Tuesday, which will mean some more lake snow to contend with for the middle part of the week. So for tonight, wrapping it up in the forecast, partial clearing, some flurries. Look out for blowing and drifting snow if you're traveling. The low temperature 10 to 14. That'll be the issue with the morning commute tomorrow. Cold, blowing and drifting snow. Breaks with sun, though, will be replaced by light snow by afternoon. The high only near 20. Remember, normals are in the mid-30s 5-day forecast shows very cold weather for Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe a bit of a recovery by Thursday, Wendy, but another chance of another storm come the end of the week. So on and on the winter of 2002 and 3 goes.
Okay, be careful in the morning then. Thanks
Indeed.
a lot, Josh.
Okay.
Well, the next shuttle launching could be sooner than you think. That story is coming up. And the teenager who died after 2 heart-lung transplants is remembered during a memorial in North Carolina. Stay with us.
News 10 NBC is brought to you by City Mattress.
It's the end of the month, and at City Mattress, that means clearance time. We've got great savings store-wide at City Mattress.
We're dealing to save you thousands on new Trailblazers. Get McLeod's discount, then get a $3,000 factory rebate or 0% financing for 60 months. McLeod Chevrolet.
Computer Renaissance, where computers suddenly make sense.
When it comes to lighting in your home, you want only the best. And the best is what you'll always find at Colasino's Home Lighting Center. We've been serving Rochester's lighting needs for over 50 years. Choose from our wide selection of interior and exterior lighting that will truly make your house warm and welcoming. Let our friendly, knowledgeable lighting experts bring new light and life into your home. And don't forget to ask about our low price guarantee. Colasino's Home Lighting Center, a name you can trust. West Union Street, Newark.
Inside all of us lies the courage of every explorer, every scientist, every scholar. Find it, develop it, set it free. Make every day a journey into the unknown, or you'll never learn a thing.
Now with $500 bonus cash, get $3,500 total cash back on any 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Visit your Rochester area Pontiac dealer today.
It all starts right here. President's Day's incentive programs at Patrick. Never pay interest for 5 full years on every Pontiac in stock. Any Pontiac you pick, plus some have hundreds in bonus cash. Even Patrick GMC Sonomas and Envoy XLs are with this program. You already know about Patrick's incredible waive your remaining GMAC lease incentive. Patrick Pontiac GMC, West Henrietta Road next to Marketplace Mall. Hurry, Patrick's President's Day incentive programs in February 28.
Another deadline for Iraq tonight. The United Nations is ordering Baghdad to destroy 2 missiles, fuel, and warheads by March 1st.
Iraq test-fired one of its Al-Samud missiles for a team of...
Iraq put on an unusual demonstration today, trying to convince UN inspectors that their missiles won't exceed the UN's 90-mile range restriction. Iraqi officials say no decision has been made about the UN demand to destroy illegal weapons. The U.S. is expected to introduce a new resolution this week to win approval to attack Iraq. And Iraq's decision to disarm will likely be a key factor in determining how the Security Council votes on the resolution. Medical examiners will conduct an autopsy tomorrow on the remains of Jessica Santillan. The 17-year-old died yesterday after a botched heart and lung transplant. Doctors mistakenly transplanted organs of the wrong blood type. A second transplant failed to save her life. Family and friends held a memorial service today in North Carolina. Jessica had a heart deformity that kept her lungs from getting oxygen into her blood. No word if the Santillan family plans to file a lawsuit against the hospital. There's new information tonight that NASA is planning to launch the next American shuttle as early as this summer. Missions were grounded after the explosion of the shuttle Columbia, but now NBC News has obtained notes from a NASA management teleconference last Thursday. Shuttle program manager Ron Ditmore is quoted as saying, "When we will fly again, I have been telling people summer time frame." The Grammy Awards bring the music and the applause back to New York. Coming up, a look at some of the big winners and performers tonight in the Big Apple.
So big, it's monumental. Our monumental President's Day sale at Marina Dodge. Save on all new and used Dodges. Like a new Caravan, only $234 a month now at Marina Dodge, Webster.
Contribute each week to FoodLink's Checkout Hunger campaign and feed a family of 4 for just $1.47 a day. Help as often as you can and check out hunger in our area, because hunger hurts.
The Red Cross RG&E Heating Fund offers emergency financial help to qualified households. To find out if you qualify, call your local Red Cross chapter.
You can hear News 10 NBC on the radio every day on WYSL News 1040. These broadcasts are made possible by Genesee Ford Truck.
Now's your chance to dive into a Sunbeam pool at this year's preseason pool and spa sale. Our warehouse is loaded with pools of all shapes and sizes, including world-renowned Esther Williams pools, all at this year's lowest prices. For a limited time, Sunbeam is offering a huge 30-foot round resin pool with a lifetime warranty for only $29.99 installed, and special financing offering no payments or interest till September. Sunbeam's preseason pool and spa sale, Route 31, Fairport.
The Rochester Athletic Club for Women. You are active. RACNU. You are youthful.
When you start to exercise, you see results. Then you plateau. But using your target heart rate, that's one way I can help you to lose weight and keep seeing results. My goal? Reaching your goal.
Enroll now. Get 3 months for $99.
You can do it. RACNU.
Local resident and Olympic champion Kathy Turner.
I've been competing in sports for many years, skating, skiing, cycling, but the strain from wearing contacts for so long has really taken a toll. But all that's different now thanks to Dr. Andrew Taylor and LASIK MD. Imagine the freedom to do the things that you love to do without the hassle of wearing contacts or glasses. Thank you so much, LASIK MD. You've really changed my life.
Call 1-888-Dr. Taylor.
When winter is at its worst, you'll find the Lexus RX at its best. Because with 220 horsepower and four-wheel drive, it can always get around, which could be the difference between your having a normal life this winter and no life. The four-wheel drive RX, like no other vehicle on Earth. A Dorsho Lexus.
Digging for answers, reporting them first. This is News 10 NBC at 11 with Wendy Wright, Mark Brubaugh Sports, and meteorologist Josh Nichols in the News 10 NBC Weather Lab.
The 45th Annual Grammy Awards return to New York City tonight for the first time in 5 years. Tonight's show is hosted by not one, but a series of hosts, all from New York. A highlight of the night, a performance by Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, who reunited to open the show with their Vietnam-era ballad, The Sound of Silence. This year, an unprecedented 8 artists led the nominations with 5 apiece. Some of the big winners include Bruce Springsteen, who walked away with 3 Grammys for his September 11th inspired The Rising. And in the country music category, the Dixie Chicks with Home. Eminem wins for Rap Album, and Norah Jones for Best New Artist. And another newcomer, John Mayer, won for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. Stay with us. Sports is coming up next.
The 255 horsepower Nissan Maxima has doors inspired by an aircraft. They're triple sealed to shut tight and glide through the wind. And now, get a $319 per month lease on every new 2003 Nissan Maxima SE. Have a nice flight.
Why do my Kraft singles taste so good? The Dairy Fairy mixes up the milk with a little magic.
Kids know about taste. They don't know that Kraft American singles have double the calcium of most other American slices.
Can anything beat my dandruff?
My Denorex on this side. My shampoo here.
I can feel the Denorex side. It's different.
New Denorex works deep down at the source of dandruff.
Denorex, you win.
New Denorex, deep down dandruff relief.
Have you taken the S&K challenge?
At first glance, these two suits look virtually identical. Same quality wool blend fabric.
Same great tailoring, both fully lined.
But there is one important difference.
The price.
You see, while you might expect to pay $200 for this suit, at S&K you can buy not one, but 2 Kilburn and Finch suits for that price.
Take the S&K Challenge.
S&K challenges you to find better values anywhere in America.
Jeep announces the best values in America. Great products like the award-winning 2003 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Great protection, a fully transferable 770 powertrain limited warranty, and great deals, a $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months. Great products, great protection, great deals, all add up to the best values in America. Now, qualified lessees can lease a Grand Cherokee for just $339 a month.
Hi friends, Mike Ogneveen here at Mike Ogneveen Ford in Batavia, the unbeatable dealer. A huge selection of used vehicles. Take that ride out or check out MikeOFord.com for even more selection and our great newspaper ad. Here's a 96 Mercury Grand Marquis, $49 down, only $169 a month. Or how about this 2001 Ford Ranger, $49 down, only $179 a month. We're consistently lower in price than any dealer in this area. Call us at 343-1004, or better yet, we'll see you right here.
Value City Furniture, Ridge Road in Greece, and near Marketplace Mall in Henrietta. You just can't do any better.
Now, here's Mark Gruba with sports on News 10 NBC.
Well, better late than never for the Amerks. After going winless in 12 at home, they've strung together 3 straight victories. Ryan Miller started again after being sent down yesterday, and for the second straight night, he was sharp. We start with Jason Bottrell doing what he does best, going to goal, finding the puck for his 35th of the season. 1-0 Amerks. Crunch would tie it, though. Nice pass to Jeremy Reich. He winds up and beats Miller 1-1 game. Then, before the end of the period, Mike Pandolfo's shot deflected by an Amerk, 2-1 Syracuse after 1. But Cunneyworth would watch his team rally. Mr. Assist, Chris Taylor to Bottrell, again going to net for his league-leading 36th goal. 2-2 game. Miller made 25 saves tonight, did a great job of not giving up rebounds. Still, 2-2 game midway through the third. Off the draw, the Amerks control the puck, send it on net, and Karl Musovsky bangs home the rebound for the game-winning goal. 3-2 the final.
I had a lot of chances before then, and yeah, we just won the face-off, and I went to the net, and I was hoping that I might get a rebound there, and the defenseman took a great shot, and the rebound was right there, and I just stopped it in.
If you look at the standings there, we really wanted to start getting some home ice presence, and I thought this week we capitalized on our points here at home, and Syracuse throughout the entire year has played us extremely hard, so we knew it was going to be difficult.
I just want to play intense and play good hockey, and in a way I also want to prove that I'm not going to pout. This is not a situation where I'm going to come down and be like, oh, you sent me down, I'm just going to cry about it. I'm going to show that I'm a true competitor, and I'm going to come down and play my game.
Positive attitude, positive result tonight. The Amerks will try to make it 4 straight Friday at Syracuse. Former Amerk coach John Tortorella and his Lightning had a chance to take over first in the Southeast Division with a win. But the Sabres are relishing the role of spoilers. Max Afinogenov, his first goal of the year, 1-0 at that point later. Mr. Trade Bait, Alexei Zhitnik put one on net, 2-0 Sabres. Marty Baran, sharp between the pipes, faced 31 shots, made 30 saves tonight. Other end, John Graham issues with Václav Varada. Varada penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct. Wonder why. Sabres would seal it on the power play. Brian Campbell with the shot. He winds up. Miro Shatan on the rebound, his 21st of the year. Insult to injury. Varada got the empty netter. 4-1 the final. If only Buffalo could face Tampa every night. They are 6-0-2 against the Lightning. Jim Boeheim said it was a fun game. Carmelo Anthony called Syracuse's win over Michigan State the team's biggest of the season. The Breslin Center was sold out for the 80th straight time, and Spartan fans saw 2 shooting stars today. Chris Hill for 3. 18-15 Michigan State. Other end, Carmelo Anthony answers. Spotting up and knocking down 3, 18 all, and it was on. Hill for 3. In the corner, started 5 of 6 beyond the arc. Anthony for 3. He went 4 for 4 out of the gate. Then Carmelo triple teamed. What does he do? Sends it over to Hakeem for the slam. Warwick at 17. Cuse by 5 at the break. Second half now. There he is again. Hill for 3. His 9th triple, 61 all. Then Anthony 3 the old-fashioned way. 2 in the foul. Carmelo came down hard. He would stay in the game. Cuse by 6 when Hill gets his 10th three. A new Big Ten record. Orange by 1, just seconds to play. Kevin Torbert. No. Adam Ballinger. No. Allen Anderson. Forget about it. 76-75. The Orange hang on.
This was a good effort for us, and I thought we battled them hard the whole way. They're a physical team, and I thought we did a great job battling.
1 or 2 mistakes against a good team, it really cost you, and I think you got to give credit to Syracuse. We made some runs, and they answered them, and that's what a great team does, especially on the road.
Ed Anthony finishes with 25, Hill 34. The Orange are now 19-4 on the year. A day to remember at the U of R Palestra today. 2 number 1s come in. 2 number 1s walk out with their tails between their legs. Washington beat the U of R by 1 last month. It was payback time today. Seth Hauben, a monster day on the glass, 20 rebounds. The putback gave the U of R a 5-point lead. Then off the Gabe Perez miss, watch Brian Jones. Gets the tip, 2 of his 11. The lead was still 5, but Washington got a 3 from Matt Tabash. 75-73 after that. Then with time running out, watch this. At the buzzer, Chris Jeffries. And we go to overtime, but the extra 5 belong to the Jackets. Hauben again grabs the loose ball, goes in and scores 2 of his 25, 83-80 Jackets. Final seconds, Washington down 1. Jeff Joss with the block. The follow falls short, and the U of R takes down number 1 today.
Get some home games finally. We've been on the road for a while, and to play a game like that and to win it is a big momentum swing for us going in, hopefully, the tournament.
The fact that they were undefeated was great for the fans, and the fact that you all are out here. But we still look at it as a conference rival that we know we can play. Is it fun now? Yeah, it's extra fun because, I look like I'm running for office. Cameras in the face.
I'm starting it now. Near for county executive. The Yellow Jackets are 21-3. How about the women? Not only facing number 1, but a team they hadn't beaten in their last 22 tries. Top-ranked Washington led by Laura Crowley, 5 threes. She had 17 points, but the U of R answered with Tara Carosa. The draw and dish to Meg Fish, spots up, knocks it down. She had 16. Kelly Westcott down low. She poured in a career-high 23 as the Yellow Jackets complete the sweep, 82-73. The women's first 20-win season in 16 years. Hats off to Jim Scheibel and company. Tiger Woods had the best round of the day at the Nissan Open, a 65, but starting 11 shots back at Charles Howell, it was only good enough for a 5th-place tie. As for Howell, he found himself in a playoff with Mike Weir. Second playoff hole. Weir's approach right on line. Set up a short birdie putt. That put the pressure squarely on Howell in a world of trouble. Finds a diamond on the beach. Out of the bunker, over another, onto the green, maybe the shot of the day. Weir would putt first. Watch what happens for birdie. Right in the jar. Again, the pressure's on Howell. What will he do after that great sandblast? Oh, Charles cannot close the deal. Weir takes the Nissan Open today in a playoff. His 5th PGA title. Jeff Sluman finished 1 under, made 38 grand. NASCAR today. The Winston Cup cars running under blue skies in Rockingham. More boogeties from Darrell Waltrip. Rough day for the 8 and 24. Junior and Gordon get together. Junior nipped the wall. He finished 33rd. Gordon spun out. He was 17th. It came down to this. Dale Jarrett and Kurt Busch for the lead. The 88 riding him high. Busch tries to peak low but can't overtake him. Just like last week, Busch finished 2nd, and it figures a guy named Jarrett wins the Subway 400. The top 5 go this way. Jarrett, Busch, Kenseth, all Fords. Ricky Craven off to a good start, and Jamie McMurray. Mike Skinner, 18th in the Kodak car. Think about the local teams today. The Amherst, Sabres, Syracuse, the U of R men and women, everybody winning. Should be like this every Sunday.
Yeah, we got to stay on that winning streak.
That's right.
All righty, the winning lottery numbers next.
Buick, the official car of the PGA Tour, launches the season with an extra $500 golf bonus cash. Now get an astounding $3,500 total cash back, or there's 0 APR for 5 years. Plus, you still get $500 golf bonus cash. After cash back, this award-winning Century is available for under $18,000. But hurry, golf bonus ends February 28th. Get into your Greater Rochester area Buick dealer.
Nominations are being accepted for the IT Woman of the Year Award, sponsored by the Association for Women in Computing. For entry forms and details, visit awc-uny.org.
Deb, this is great. Seneca Lake Wine Trails Pasta and Wine makes 23 wineries around the lake, like one big restaurant winery.
Yes, and did you realize that this is the annual Pasta and Wine event, pairing wines with unique pasta dishes?
Wine and food lovers better hurry, though. I just love working with you, Deb.
Working with me? I think we're competing.
Seneca Lake Wine Trails Pasta and Wine. Tickets are going fast.
Vote for me.
No,
for me.
Mine's
Mine's much
New
better.
York.
Vote for me.
T.W. Conroy's gigantic Oriental rug sale ends this week. Located in the West Brighton Business Center across from Jay's Diner on West Henrietta Road, you'll find hundreds of fine handmade Persian carpets for only $10 per square foot. T.W. Conroy offers an unconditional money-back guarantee on all heirloom quality carpets from room size to runners. Visit T.W. Conroy's gigantic Oriental rug sale across from Jay's Diner. This is your last chance to buy top quality rugs at unbelievably low prices. Open every day from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Sale ends February 28th.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Current Pontiac Smart Lease customers lease a Pontiac Grand Am SE Special Edition for around $199 a month. Call for details. Or buy one for under $16,000 after cash back.
Visit your Rochester area Pontiac dealer today.
Looking for a used car or truck? Get more than your money's worth at the Randall Farnsworth Auto Group, the Rochester area's largest volume GM certified used dealer. Every GM certified vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection. It's the right way, the right car. So join over 85 years of satisfied customers at Randall Farnsworth, Rochester Road in Canandaigua.
This time you got more than your money's worth. That's the Farnsworth and Randall way.
If you see news happen, call the News 10 NBC hotline at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Verizon Wireless phone. Join in, a service brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Here are the winning lottery numbers for the midday drawing. The daily numbers 580, the win 4, 7988, and for the evening drawing, the daily numbers 583, the win 4, 4901, and the take 5, 30, 29, 14, 9, and 12. And Josh is back. I guess we need to prepare for more cold in the morning.
Yeah, you ready to throw in the towel? I think even the diehards are just about ready.
Yeah, I think so.
To say that's enough.
Yeah, I threw in the towel quite some time ago.
Long time ago? Yeah. Well, if you haven't, you might do so by tomorrow afternoon because more light snow is on the way. Temperatures will be in the low 20s. Look out for blowing snow, drifting snow in the morning. Embrace yourself as well for sub-zero wind chills for the morning commute.
Okay, and the kids are going back to school, so bundle them up with all those hats and gloves and mittens and snowsuits even for the bus stop.
Good advice.
That's the latest from News 10 NBC. Thanks for being with us. Have a great week ahead. Stay warm. Good night.
Good night. Good night.